Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. I want us to have a look at some greens today. And actually, I've got so many mid-toned greens that I've had to split it into 3 lots. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the mid-tone green creams in another video, and in the second video I've got holographics and shimmers, and in this one I want to look at some glitters and metallics. I just feel like I need to kind of look at some green for a little while, just because it's been dreadful here in the UK recently. We've got a general election this week, like everyone's voting tomorrow. I can't even look at Facebook anymore, just because I just get drawn into arguments with people that are just, don't argue with people on the internet. Honestly, it just doesn't, it's not worth it. Anyway, let's have a look at some greens. Okay, what I've done is I've swatched them to save a little bit of time. So let's start with the metallics. Now I know straight away we can see here that these are all very similar, but I'm not going to be destashing any of them, and I'll explain when we get to it. But this first one here, I don't know if anyone's got this, but this is a beautiful metallic. It's called My Gecko Does Tricks. And I think it was from, I can't remember, I'll put down at the bottom which collection it was from. I think it was the same one that Pineapples Have Peelings too, maybe, a couple of summers ago. But yeah, it's one of those greens that you think, oh, I'm not so sure in the bottle. It's a very pale spring green, but it's metallic, and it's really unusual on the nail. It really stands out. And I remember a couple of years ago there was a business trip in London, and I remember travelling all the way down to London and back again and just staring at my nails. But yeah, I really like this one. This was opaque in 2 coats. And the next 3, let's have a look at these 3 together in order. So you can see in the bottle they look very similar. This one here is Illamasqua Quagga, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I remember getting this. This was the first kind of metallic duochrome green. It shifts from green to gold, that I got, and I was just absolutely mesmerised by it on the nail. But yeah, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful. There's a little bit of, it's got a little bit of blue to it as well. I don't know if you can see around the edges of the swatch there's a little bit of blue. And then this one here is, this was sent to me by Purple Wolf Nails, Louise. And it's a mirror effect. It's a metallic, it's not a mirror effect. But it's very similar. Maybe there's a little bit more of a blue in Quagga. Okay, sorry about that, I was interrupted and another conversation about politics. This is, yeah, I've just talked about this, there's special effects mirror. I'm keeping this because it was sent to me as a gift, so that's staying. And this one was sent to me by Debbie, and I think can you see the blue in this, if I hold it this way? It's basically a multi-chrome, blue, green and gold, with this fabulous shimmer, and you can tell just about on the nail that there's a little bit more blue to this one. Anyway, no more justification, I'm just saying I'm going to keep all 3 of them. But I'm going to be wearing a lot of this shade in the autumn. So that's those 3, and the next one is, this is similar, and I did have, I had a couple of dupes that I destashed of this green to gold, and this has got a lot more gold in it. There was a Lottie London that was very similar that I destashed. Can you see the shift there? Love it. So I'm keeping this one, and that's Oil Slick. Did I tell you what this one was called? This is Mermaid Tail, and this one from Nails Inc. is Swiss Cottage. So this one here, I wish I'd have put this actually, if I'd have remembered about it, in the Ugly Pretties. This is a murky olive green with a beautiful shimmer, and it is pretty serious blood of Knossos. And I remember when this collection came out, I think it was Zenora who mentioned how wonderful this polish was, and I thought, well, it's a green, I have to have it. So yeah, I've not worn it a lot. I think I've maybe just worn it once, but I'm definitely going to be. I think I'm probably going to do the same with the Summer Untrieds in autumn. I'm going to have another box of barely tried or untried, yeah, for the next season. So that will be in that category. Next up, let's have a look at some glitters. Let's cheer ourselves up with some green glitters. This one here is the beautiful lily pad. Now, the sticker on here says Wildfire, and again, I can't remember who it was, but somebody in the comments who said, I think this one might have been mislabelled. And when you look up Wildfire lily pad lacquer, it's completely different. It's much more red, so I think this has been mislabelled. I got this from Rainbow Connection, and yeah, if anybody knows which one this is, I think it's one of another two. But this is, it's definitely, can you see the green in there? I know on the swatch on its own, now this is just on its own. I have worn this, I've worn this quite a bit actually last autumn over other darker shades, and it's just a beautiful kind of glitter, flaky, but you can get this opaque on its own in 3 coats. This next one is this really fun, I've shown you this a few times before, this is Dance Legend Annihilation, and it's got these gold and holographic circle glitters, and it's also got this snazzy light in there. This is kind of fading a little bit now. That's Annihilation, and I didn't apply this very well. The gold coins are all bunched up a little bit around here, but this can either be a topper or opaque on its own. It's in this beautiful bright green jelly base, so this can be opaque in 2 to 3 coats. This next one here is from Polish Me Royalty, and this was actually, this is called Pumpkin's Revenge, and this was a custom polish that was made by Sarah for somebody's birthday, and I saw it on Instagram and just kind of harassed her into sending me sending me a bottle of it, even though it was somebody else's birthday custom polish. And I need to wear this. Actually, this would be in my untrieds. It's a beautiful deep sage green with lots and lots of gold glitters and a shimmer in there as well. Beautiful. So that's Pumpkin's Revenge, and I kind of stole it from somebody else's birthday. And this next one here, this is just, I've literally just put 1 coat here, this is on its own, and this is the infamous Green Ocean by Sinful Colours, and I had to pick this up when I did the Vitamin Grocer haul. And let me just grab a swatch wheel so I can show you this over. Let's have a look. This is Cuccio. I think it's called Prince You've Been Gone. And it just really does look like a sparkly ocean as a topper. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. It is a little bit, I'd say that you need to maybe, if you don't like that textured feel, it does taco a little bit, to put a couple of thick coats of top coat over the top of this. Actually, that looks really nice over a deep teal. Lovely. So that's Green Ocean. And the next one here, in fact the next two, this one is Deborah Lippmann, Mermaid Dream, and this one here is Revlon Parfumerie Winter Mint that again Debbie sent me. And I've done a comparison with these two. They look exactly the same in the bottle, like pretty much exactly the same, but if you can see, I think you can see a bit more clearly amongst all these other greens here. The Deborah Lippmann, the glitters are more blue, and there's just a little bit more of a, well, they look exactly the same there. But from this angle, the Deborah Lippmann seems to have a little bit more blue, and the Wintermint is definitely more green. So there is a very, very slight difference, but I mean, you wouldn't be able to notice that really on the nail, I don't think. And then this last one here is another beautiful polish that was sent to me by Louise at Purple Wolf Nails, and it's a gorgeous bright neon green with tons of gold and holographic glitters, and it dries matte on the nail, and I haven't put a top coat on there. That's 2 coats, and it's wonderfully opaque in 2 coats. It's a little bit of it. I think I would need to put a top coat on just to smooth that over a little bit. So there you go, there's some green duochromes and metallics and glitters to cheer us all up a little bit. If you've been wondering what's on my nails, I don't know if you can see the shift in this. In fact, it's not picking up the green shimmer at all. But this is, you can see it there in the bottle, and you can definitely see it on the nail. This is the Out of Space Stories. Outer Space is the place. So yeah, I'll definitely be getting more use out of this. This is one of my summer untrieds, so I am getting through them. Okay, that's it for today. Let me know what favourite green glitters or green metallics are in your collection. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone. See you in the next one. Bye.